Have you ever wondered how a dream could change the course of your life? Imagine, if you will, the biblical times, when dreams held significant power and were considered divine messages. One such dreamer was Jacob, a central figure in the pages of the Holy Bible. His story is more than just a tale, it's an intriguing puzzle that has captivated the minds of many throughout the ages. Jacob's dream was not just any dream, it held a vision so powerful, so mystifying, that it continues to stir our curiosity even today. In his dream, he saw a ladder that was not just a set of rungs and steps, it was a connection, a bridge between the earth and the heavens, a conduit of divine communication. So, what was the truth behind this ladder? What was its significance, and how did it shape Jacob's destiny? Join us as we unravel the truth behind Jacob's ladder, an enigma wrapped in a biblical tale. Our story begins one fateful night when Jacob, weary from his travels, lays his head to rest. As the moon bathed the landscape in a silvery glow, Jacob found a stone for his pillow and surrendered to sleep under the star-studded blanket of the night sky. In the realm of dreams, a spectacle unfolded, one that would forever be etched in the annals of biblical history. Jacob saw a ladder, but not an ordinary one. This was a celestial ladder, its foot planted firmly on the earth and its top reaching into the heavens, piercing the veil between the terrestrial and the divine. Upon this ethereal structure, angels were ascending and descending, their radiant forms gliding smoothly between heaven and earth. These divine messengers were not merely traveling, they were bridging the gap between the mortal world and the realm of the divine, creating a link between the earthly and the heavenly. The sight was awe-inspiring, a spectacle of divine grandeur etched against the backdrop of the dreamy night. The ladder, the angels, the seamless movement between heaven and earth, it all painted a picture of spiritual connectivity, a divine conduit that linked the terrestrial to the celestial. Yet, this was not just a mere spectacle, it was a riddle wrapped in a dream, an enigma veiled in divine symbolism. What did it all mean? Why was Jacob granted this vision? What was the message from the heavens? The dream of Jacob was a complex tapestry woven with threads of divine mysteries. It was a puzzle that held profound secrets, a celestial enigma that demanded interpretation. The ladder, the angels, the movement between heaven and earth, each element held a piece of the divine puzzle. As the dream faded and the first rays of the morning sun pierced the night's veil, Jacob awoke, his mind abuzz with the celestial spectacle he had witnessed. The dream had ended, but the quest for understanding had just begun. As dawn broke, Jacob was left pondering the profound meaning of his celestial vision. Jacob's dream had a profound impact, leaving him shaken and in awe of the divine revelation. The vision of this celestial ladder, bridging the earthly realm with the divine, left an indelible mark on his soul. Awaking from the dream, he found himself in a world that had subtly shifted, with new insights and an understanding that would guide his every step henceforth. This dream was not just an ethereal encounter but a divine roadmap, a blueprint of destiny that would guide Jacob's decisions and actions. It was a cosmic revelation, an unveiling of the divine plan that was to unfold. Each rung on that ladder symbolized a step on Jacob's spiritual journey, each one leading him closer to his divine destiny. The aftermath of the dream saw Jacob making a sacred vow. He promised that if God would be with him, provide for him, and bring him back safely to his father's house, then the Lord would be his God. This was not a casual promise, but a solemn oath, a covenant that would shape the course of his life and the future of his lineage. The dream also influenced Jacob's relationships. It marked a turning point in his dealings with his brother Esau and his father Isaac, setting in motion a sequence of events that would lead to the birth of the 12 tribes of Israel. It was the catalyst that transformed a man into a patriarch, a shepherd into a leader, a dreamer into a visionary. It was not just Jacob's life that was affected, but also the future of an entire nation. The dream of the ladder signified the connection between God and his chosen people, a connection that would be strengthened and solidified over the coming generations. It was a prophecy, a promise, and a revelation all rolled into one. But what was the truth behind this ladder, reaching into the heavens? The mystery of Jacob's ladder has puzzled many, but the truth, as often is, lies in the details. A ladder, as ordinary as it may seem, holds great significance when it comes to Jacob's vision. With its feet planted firmly on the ground and its top reaching the heavens, it symbolically represents a connection between the earthly and the divine, the mortal and the immortal. But there's more to it than just a symbolic representation. The ladder, in this biblical context, is not just a physical object. It is a metaphorical bridge, a pathway that allows the divine to interact with the human world. This is evidenced by the angels ascending and descending on it, suggesting a continuous connection and communication between heaven and earth. Let's delve deeper into this. The ladder signifies the divine promise of God's unfailing presence and protection. It's a reminder that no matter where we are, no matter the circumstances, God is with us. His angels are constantly at work, bridging the gap between heaven and earth. This vision of Jacob's ladder also brings forth the concept of God's accessibility. The ladder's presence implies that the pathway to God is open to all. It's not a one-way street, but rather a two-way communication channel, where prayers ascend to God and blessings descend upon us. The ladder is also a symbol of hope and assurance. Jacob was in a moment of great crisis when he had this vision. He was fleeing from his brother, uncertain of his future, fearful for his life. The ladder served as a divine reassurance that he was not alone, that he was under the divine protection of God. Now let's not forget about the top of the ladder. It's said to reach heaven, where God himself was standing, overseeing everything. This signifies God's supreme authority and his dominion over both heaven and earth. It's a reminder that despite our earthly struggles and challenges, God is in control. Furthermore, the ladder is not an end in itself. It's a means to an end. The ladder symbolizes our spiritual journey, where we continually ascend, striving to reach the divine. It's about spiritual growth and progression, about climbing step by step, rung by rung towards God. The truth about Jacob's ladder, therefore, is a profound one. It's not just a dream, but a divine revelation. It's a symbol of God's presence, protection, and accessibility. It's a bridge between the mortal and the divine, a pathway to God, a beacon of hope, and an emblem of our spiritual journey. Jacob's ladder, therefore, was more than just a dream. It was a divine revelation, a bridge between the mortal and the divine. So, what can we take away from the story of Jacob's ladder today? As we wrap up our exploration of this intriguing biblical narrative, let's summarize the key lessons it provides us. Firstly, the story of Jacob's ladder is a profound lesson about faith. Jacob, in a time of uncertainty and fear, trusts in his vision. He believes in the message conveyed to him through the dream. He doesn't question its validity or dismiss it as a mere figment of his imagination. His faith doesn't falter. Instead, he embraces the dream, taking it as a sign of divine guidance. This story teaches us the significance of faith in our lives. It's about believing even when things seem uncertain, about trusting even when the path ahead is unclear. Secondly, the story demonstrates divine guidance. The ladder, with angels ascending and descending, symbolizes a bridge between heaven and earth, between the divine and the human. It is a reminder that we are never alone in our journey. There is a higher power watching over us, guiding us, and giving us the strength to face our challenges. We merely need to be open to receiving this guidance. And finally, Jacob's ladder teaches us about the importance of seeking a connection with the divine. Jacob, upon waking from his dream, sets up a stone pillar and makes a vow to God, thereby establishing a connection. This act signifies the importance of not just receiving divine messages but also responding to them, of actively seeking a bond with the divine. It's about building our own ladder, our own bridge to the sacred. So, in essence, the story of Jacob's ladder is about faith, divine guidance, and seeking a connection with the divine. It's about understanding that we are not alone in our journey, that there is a higher power guiding us, and that we need to maintain a strong faith and an active connection with this divine guidance. The story of Jacob's ladder, thus, serves as a reminder of the divine guidance that is always within our reach, if we only have the faith to seek it.